All right, yeah, well, I'll try to do that tomorrow. Hey, listen, man, I hope you don't mind. You're live on the Max Proud channel.
I'm live?
Yeah, you're live.
Okay, that's how you do it now. You should just throw people on live, they tell them, but you should tell them.
No, you're not live. Well, you're live as far as me being here recording it. You're not live on the channel.
Oh, okay. You're gonna put it on later.
Yes.
Okay,
okay. Well, listen. No, I just wanted to call some people for a little survey, and the survey is, what do you think is going to happen with the Fender Marcus Miller bass? Do you think it's going to go the way of the dinosaur?
He's gone already. I think it's a foregone conclusion that, matter of fact, if you remember, I took in my Victor Bailey, which is discontinued, and Guitar Center gave me $1,100 trade in on that because it's a collector's item. Remember, I can say for years I'm trying to find a 5-string Marcus. Victor Bailey. I found it, but the neck had some problems with it, and I got tired of messing with it, so I traded it in. And I traded it in. If you remember, I sent you the picture. I had a picture of my Victor Bailey in one hand and the Fender Dimension double humbucker. Remember?
Right.
They told me that they discontinued that bass already. They're not even making that bass no more. You'll see that bass on sale pretty soon.
Well, okay, now they discontinued the Marcus Miller officially last year, 2015.
Was it last year?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah, they discontinued Victor's bass, and they came out with this Dimension. They've been pushing that bass, and now they discontinued that on. So they're streamlining. I heard that, matter of fact, I had the Fender Jazz American Deluxe. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
In the wood grain?
Right, I remember that one.
They discontinued that too.
So now that we know that the Fender original Marcus Miller bass is being signature bass is being discontinued, and he's created a whole lot of hoopla with the Sire V7 bass, which you tried over at my house. Does that mean because I just did a video on a Marcus Miller bass that I saw at Guitar Center, and it was on sale for $7.99. Obviously, that was one of the
4-string.
Yeah, it was 4-string, and obviously that was one of the ones that came out. One of the ones that came out was like $1,200. So now it's $7.99. Right. Do you see that decreasing even further?
Yep.
You do.
It's $6.99. It was, you had 2 of them yourself.
Right.
You had the 4-string and the 5. I had the 5-string one myself for 2 minutes and 2 seconds. I love the way that bass kind of felt. It was a heavy bass for one.
Okay.
But for what it's worth, it's not really worth all the hoopla. Only one that could make it sound like Marcus was Marcus. So.
Yeah, I've said that too.
Yeah, I can see it going down lower.
How much lower?
You probably get some. Maybe actually, I can see it coming out $6.99. $6.99. You said $7.99 now.
Right.
800. I guess they can get one for like $700. Easy.
Wow.
Now that Victor Bailey, they didn't make it. She didn't mass. See, that's the difference. They mass produced the Marcus Miller bass. You can find if you really wanted a Marcus Miller 4. You could get harder to find a 5-string. 5-string was American made. It was the USA.
Right.
So they'd be a little harder. But a 4-string Marcus Miller, it's not going to be that hard to find because they mass produced the hell out of those things.
Right.
That's why I said they would probably go down maybe another $100 if you wait. Now that Victor Bailey, they didn't build that bass like they built the Marcus. And the 4-string was made in Indonesia and Japan too, I do believe. But it was made out of that Bombinga wood, nevertheless.
Right.
So they're a little harder to find. But that 5-string, that's why I never see in my life. I never get a $1,100 trade in on a bass. That bass is worth. That's telling me right there. That bass is worth over $2,000. There's only X amount that they made of that 5-string.
Well, I tell you, the one that was on sale, it reminded me of my old one, and the bass is made the bass is made very well. And if anything, if I had like just walked out of there with that bass and bought it and walked out, I probably would have put another preamp in it.
Yeah, see, that's what got you. If you plan on you want a bass like Marcus, you get that bass. That's why I suggest put another preamp in. That's more likely a Sadowski, or I don't have to be a Sadowski. That's what Marcus did. He got a Sadowski in that Fender he had.
Right. Well, listen, I'm gonna call some more bass players, and listen,
did you get my picture?
Yeah, I got your picture. It was nice, really nice.
Yeah,
now you're not that's not a concert bass, right?
That's not a what?
That's not a concert bass. It's not a bass you're gonna play live.
Awesome.
Are you gonna play?
I already played it live.
Oh, you already played it live. Oh, okay. I'll tell you about the bass later.
Friday.
Okay, how did it come off?
Why me? You gotta be curious. Why would you say that?
Because I know some people with that bass, that kind of bass, and they kind of like play it on their own personal level. They don't play it like in bands and stuff like that.
On a personal level.
Yeah.
You only play it in the house.
I guess, yeah. One of our members, Detroit bass player.
They have house basses. They won't play live. I ain't never heard of that.
Anyway.
On personal level.
Anyway, always a pleasure talking to you. Let me get some more opinions, okay?
All right.
I'll call you back.
Anyway.
That was my man, Kenny. Scott, I'm going to try to get some more people on here on this. Let me see if I can find them. Tell you what. Max Proud channel. How you doing? This is Earl Davis. My friend. Hopefully another friend. Excuse me. This is all unedited.
I figured I'd be getting a call soon.
You do. You did. You did.
Yes, I sure did.
Why did you feel that?
Well, I guess things have transpired since I talked to you last time.
In what way?
Well, Prince died, and I know you wanted to talk about that.
Prince has passed away. That would have been excellent to talk about, but no, not necessarily.
But I'm sure it would have been one of the topics.
Well, might have been. He was a great musician, great legend.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly it's about bass.
Oh, mostly it's about bass.
Yes, yes.
You got a new one?
Well, I hope you don't mind. I got you on the Max Proud channel right now.
Oh, do you?
Yes. Say hello to everybody. This is Ruben Luling, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Okay. There you go. I talk with another bass friend. His name is Kenny. And I have a little survey going on right now between bass players. And I wanted to know your opinion on this. Now, recently I went to Guitar Center and played a Marcus Miller signature bass from Fender, of course. And you already know about the Sire bass. You own a Sire bass. He owns an M3. It was on sale for $7.99. And I was wondering, they started making the Marcus Miller Fender signature bass officially in 2015. And I was wondering your opinion. Do you think that this bass is, that's about it for it? Do you think this bass is going to go the way of the dinosaur?
The Fender one?
Yes.
Considering that Marcus Miller has endorsed Sire?
Yes.
Yes, I do believe that people are going to be more attracted to go towards the Sire than the Marcus Miller bass. And one of the reasons is because a lot of the people that's buying the Marcus Miller bass, the Fender one, most of those people were trying to mimic the Marcus Miller sound.
Yes, as I think I was too.
Yeah, and because it's so difficult for people to mimic that particular bass is not going to be as attractive. Seeing that the Sire bass is the quality that it is for the price. And Marcus Miller actually plays one. So, I mean, that's going to be more of the attraction right now. It is funny how a lot of the people that buy the basses that Marcus Miller endorsed, they're looking for that sound. And that's a great selling feature. But, of course, mimicking the sound is extremely difficult.
Especially, it's coming, I think we soon learned that the sound is really coming from his hands. And,
it's his feel. It's his feel, his technique. And that's what it is for Marcus Miller, just like it is for really any other bass player. You can make a few notes ring out the way he do, but you're not going to make it ring out exactly like he do all the way, across playing certain songs. You try to even mimic him playing his music, and you can't mimic it exactly just like him. But it's his feel. That's what it is. And everybody has their own feel for whatever instrument they play, and it's hard to mimic it. You can come close, but
still, his sound has a real funky sound that nobody gets entirely. And I was wondering, okay, now I know half of it, at least 60% of it is his hands, but his rig, the way he has it set up, he has a special, he has a Sadowski preamp in his original Fender bass. And he also has another preamp he dubbed the Marcus Miller preamp, outside preamp, that he also uses. So it's a lot of power coming out of his system on just bass.
Right.
I mean, it towers over the band, even over the drummer. So,
right.
His
well,
exact...
I can tell you this, if you had access to the same setup and the electronics the way it is, and, of course, we can actually see what his setup is, but we don't really know what the true electronics in his system is, and what he's modified himself. So that's another thing that we don't know as far as what's helping to enhance his sound. But for his feel of playing bass, you've seen him on numerous videos playing different basses and still sounds like Marcus Miller.
Right.
So his touch is going to make his particular sound come out. I think his setup is just going to enhance it.
I mean, his work through the years, because he's been around a long time, other people's projects, he still had that sound.
Yeah. I mean, he played on numerous songs, and a lot of times, if I don't know who the bass player is on that song, I can pretty much identify it because of the sound. But, I do believe that the Marcus Miller bass, and I have to admit, it's a very attractive bass, but I just don't see it selling near about as good as the Sire.
Well, now it's designed as an early 70s Fender, where you played it before, as I have. When you play it, it's a solid feeling bass.
Right.
So that should keep it at least, I don't know, maybe $500-$600 range for a while.
It's still a collector's item, but I can guarantee you the price is going to drop on them.
Because I wish I'd have kept mine for the fact that I know more about bass. I mean, I would buy, just like if I'd have walked out with that bass, and like I was telling Mother Friend Kenny, I would probably put in another preamp. Because I do have one video where I found one of those Marcus Miller basses with another preamp in it. Have you seen that video of mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting video. I mean, it sounded different. Now, I used to know what preamp they had actually put it in there, but it was some preamp that they had designed in Japan or something like that. That's one of the preamps. Right. It wasn't Marcus's preamp, which probably would have drove the bass way up over price. So
I'm sure.
So and I don't know. Maybe at that time Marcus didn't want his sound out there because the Sire is a lot better, but it's still not Marcus's sound.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Considering that you can get a bass that's got good sound now for good quality and everything for the price, I see people being lured towards that Sire a little bit more than that Marcus Miller bass.
Of course.
But don't get me wrong. I think it's good to have a Marcus Miller bass in your repertoire if you could. It's just a collector's item. It's something that, considering Marcus has made it so famous, is a lot of bass players would like to at least own one. Right. And until the Sire came out, it was still kind of expensive to own.
Right.
So,
but eventually people started selling them, and I think the main reason was what you said. They thought they was getting Marcus in a box.
Right. That's what most of them, and I think most of them that got rid of them was because they couldn't totally get the Marcus Miller sound. So that was one of the main reasons that they actually sold them to Church Man or whatever.
Would you get one now?
I would probably venture down the road if I saw one for a decent price. I wouldn't mind having one just to own it. Marcus Miller is a serious idol of mine, so having a Marcus Miller bass would definitely suit me. I'd love to have one.
Because he's playing at Sire. I don't know if it's more out of need or necessity, but he is playing at Sire. But he's still playing at Fender mostly in concert.
Oh, he's still playing at Fender. He even has a Music Man on stage sometimes.
Right. And a Fender Fretless.
Yeah. So he has several basses. It's not just that Fender that he has all the time. But the thing is, it still has his feel on it, so it still sounds like Marcus when he's playing it. Doesn't matter which bass he picks up. And I think that because he was under contract with Fender for so long, I think that's why that was always his primary bass.
Yeah, since 1998.
Yeah.
Almost 20 years.
Yeah, so that's why. And now, since his contract has ended, he's doing other things. Because I was surprised when I saw the Music Man up there.
Right. He's branching out.
Yeah.
Well, Ruben, I thank you for being on the Max Proud channel. I'm going to get some more opinions. I appreciate you being on.
Okay.
All right. I'll get back with you.
All right. You take care of him.
Thanks. Ruben Looney, another friend of mine. Let me see if I can get one more friend. Oh, yeah. Let me see that.
Please leave your message for...
Let me go back here again. He's busy. Let me see if I can get up another friend. Zoom. Like I said, this is unedited, so I gotta go with the flow here. Where are you? Okay. See if you're home, buddy. Hello, Dwayne.
Hey, Earl.
Hey, man, how you feeling?
I feel okay. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. You got time to talk a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, man. Well, actually, man, I hope you don't mind. I got you on my Max Proud channel here. You don't mind?
Okay.
He said, okay. Well, man, I'm just having a discussion with a few bass players, and I want to know your opinion on something, man. Have you ever played the Fender Marcus Miller bass?
No, I haven't.
You never have?
I never have.
Really? I could have sworn I thought you told me you played the Marcus Miller bass before.
No, I never played it before. Because when you had that one, I think you had got rid of it before you had told me that. Before I get a chance to see it.
Okay, well, you played the Sire bass, right? My Sire bass, but not my Fender.
Right, I played your Sire.
Okay. Well, I had called different people and was talking about it. Now Fender started, stopped making that bass, that Fender, in 2015, last year. And now, Marcus is tied up with the Sire company, making his bass right there. So I was of the opinion, that bass, that Fender bass had been around since 1998. And I was wondering, I was just asking, now that, because I saw one recently, a 4-string for like $799. They were going for like 1,200 easy. And I was wondering your opinion, man. You think that's it for that bass? You think it's going to go by the way of the dinosaur? It's going to kind of smooth on out of here?
I think so. And if I'm not mistaken, I read where Fender was going to cut out the middleman and sell directly to the musician.
Right. So you can only imagine probably the Fender signature is going to get lower and lower in price.
Yeah, I believe so. As more, as more companies come up, like, what's that, Desire? As more of those companies come forth, yeah, I think that, what I'm confused about is that bass players now, everybody really, really want their own sound. It is sounding like, all the great, which is cool, but keeping up their own sound. And I think it seems like a very big push of everybody creating their own sound, more so than when we first started playing.
And we tried to sound like them.
Right.
Well, I tell you, that the one thing about Marcus's sound, people have been trying to get that sound for a while, and they say it's mostly in his hands, which I believe, because I bought that 5-string for that very reason, and I never could get his sound out of there.
Right, it's in his hands. Jocko was in his hands. Jamie Jameson was in his hands.
Stanley Clark definitely in his hands. Yeah.
In his hands.
So now that they're getting cheaper, I mean, it's when you feel it, it still feels like a one of those solid basses from the '70s. Now that they're getting cheaper, would you fancy the idea of having one, just to have one, or what?
Yeah, I would get one just to have one.
I told some of the other bass players I talked to, if anything, if I'd have walked out with that bass that I saw, I'd have probably put another preamp in it.
Yes. They would think that I said the same thing about my one bass I had was the Gibson Victor.
Oh, okay.
She never got rid of that bass. And that was one of the best basses I ever had.
The Victory bass?
The Gibson Victor.
The Gibson. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, like I said, it looks like it's going by the way of the dinosaur. And I've seen so many of those being resold and used in the used bin. And I think it's a lesson learned. You can't get the man's sound, and he wasn't going to put his sound like out there. Because even though the Sire may sound that much better, it's still not his sound.
Right. It does Marcus Miller plays it. When he plays the song, he probably plays it when he's at concerts or something. But he play it at all.
He plays at concerts. There's several videos of him playing in concert the Sire bass. So he's trying to promote it. But he still has his Fender. And he's added a Fender fretless and a Music Man.
Wow.
Music Man Stingray.
Wow.
A 5-string. So he's just not sticking. And it leads me to believe that the years before, if you think about it, if he was under contract with Fender, he couldn't play anything else. He had to play the Fender.
Right. That's true.
And now he's freed up.
Right. I think that was the time where Stanley using the records.
Does he play anything different now?
I know, but I've never seen him playing any other bass.
Wow.
I know when he was with Return to It Forever, I think he was playing a Fender. I've seen him one time playing a Fender up there.
All right, man. I'm gonna let you get back to it, man. I appreciate you being on the channel. I want to get your opinion.
I bet you, what you think about the Prince situation?
Oh man, now that's a whole nother video. All I can say right now, in this shorter time is, we've lost a whole lot of people recently in the last, can't be 10, 15 years, man. Something just seems off. Whitney, Michael, David Bowie, James Brown. Just all the greats seem to be going around in the same period, or at least it seems like to me, and something's wrong here. By the time a lot of these artists in their careers, they don't retire with a lot of money. Somebody usually taking it from them, or they die. Is that a coincidence? Corporation kills. Oh, okay. So I'll tell you what. We'll do that next video, okay? Because that's a whole lot we gotta talk about.
I know there's people not talking, but I think from Warner Brothers or somebody, he got his whole catalog and stuff. He said he will be in charge of it until he died.
Well, I know. Yeah. Well, I think it's going to Tika now, his sister, and I wonder how long she's going to be able to hold it. Those wolves going to come after her.
Right.
So we'll see. I hope not, man. I hope she gets out of that. She may want to just let it go. Take a certain amount of money, let it go, because they ain't worth it.
Right.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. I'll get back with you, okay?
Okay.
I appreciate it. Yeah, my man Dwayne Williams. Dwayne Morris. I got another friend, Dwayne Williams. No, that was Dwayne Morris. And I'm gonna try one more. One more friend, because I really want to get him in on this. He'll answer the phone.
Please leave your message for.
No, he's not answering. Anybody else? I did this like spur of the moment, so I'm not really prepared. But let me. I think that's gonna have to be it. Oh, big hive. Some Americans.
What up, man?
Hey, Ivan, how you doing?
I'm alright. What's up, Earl?
Nothing much. Were you?
Proud.
Were you busy?
No, I was just watching the Family Feud.
Oh, okay, man. Well, listen, man. I hope you don't mind. I wanted to ask you a question for my channel, if that was okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's up is I'm asking different bass players about this, and okay, now you played the Fender Marcus Miller bass, the signature bass.
Not the Sire. Yeah, but the Fender, the 5-string, about 5 or 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah, because I think you played mine, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, okay, well, we're talking about it. Okay, now that the Sire, you did a whole video on the new Sire, and both affiliated with Marcus Miller. Okay, now officially in 2015, last year, they stopped making the Fender Marcus bass, and I wanted an opinion from you. Do you think now, he's so heavily engrossed in the Sire bass trying to sell it. Although he still plays his signature Fender bass. I saw a Fender Sire. I'm sorry, a Fender. I keep mixing them up. A Fender Marcus Miller in Guitar Center today for $7.99. Okay, that was the one. It was used, and that was the one that usually goes for about $1,200. And so $7.99. It was 4-string. And
American made 4-string.
Then the four, I think, the American made 4-string. I believe. I just wanted to ask: do you think now this bass is pretty much going to go the way of the dinosaur? Do you think that's going to be it for this bass, and people are going to stop buying it, and it's going to be much cheaper now?
No, I think it's going to still have its value because it's a Marcus Miller bass, but I think the value is going to be behind the Marcus Miller Sire bass. I think it's going to be behind it as far as, do I get a new Sire? Do I get a used, because they stopped making it, do I get a used Marcus Miller Fender? I think the bases like the Sire a little bit better, and there's many reasons why. That's what I think. One, they like the Sire better because of the cost. And it's just that, you get all the bang for the buck in the Sire. But the other one is a Fender, and it still sounds good, So I think it's going to fall off, but
not much.
Yeah, I think it's going to fall off because the name that's attached to it is Marcus Miller. Marcus Miller changed camps. He went to Sire. So I believe most of the people that bought the Marcus Miller bass bought it because it was a Marcus Miller. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was a Marcus Miller, so that's why they brought that Fender.
Right.
That Marcus Miller Fender, because it was a Marcus Miller. Now Marcus Miller is a Sire, and so they switch caps just like he did. Now they're going to buy that Marcus Miller Sire bass, and you're not losing the quality. So the Fender is going to fall off. It's going to fall off a little bit. I think it still retain a little of its value, but it's going to fall off.
Well, the look and feel of that Fender, is based on the 70s bass. I think it was 73 or 72. And it's still built well. So, and that seems to be consensus of the other bass players I talked with. I would buy it if I'd went ahead and snatched that out of there and bought it at that Guitar Center. If anything, I would have probably changed the preamp because it doesn't sound like, the way Marcus, I think, originally wanted to sound. I don't know for sure. But the general consensus of the other the general consensus of the other bass players was they were looking for that Marcus sound. They didn't get it, so they ended up selling it.
Yeah, but all they had to do was get that hum out of the preamp. I actually, when I had, I actually got the Marcus Miller Fender sound out of it. I sold mine for a different reason, but if I'm thinking about the name Marcus Miller, and I'm thinking that the bass is attracting Marcus Miller fans, it's not attracting people that want the best bass. You know what I'm saying? Because the best bass, it doesn't matter whose name on it or whatever.
Well, did they want to look like Marcus, or did they want to sound like Marcus, or both?
Yeah. You want that Marcus sound. Marcus is a popular bass player, so why not get a Marcus Miller endorsed bass? You know what I'm saying?
He says it's in his hands. He's always says it's more hands than anything. Do you think that's true?
Yeah. Do I think what's true?
Do you think that's true? He says that the sound is more in his hands than anything. No electronics is his hands.
I haven't owned a Sire, so.
Okay. Well, no. Marcus made a state. No. I'm saying Marcus made a statement that his sound mostly comes from his hands, not the electronics. That's what he said.
Yeah. Of course, that's true. I don't know if you recall me making a statement before. I said when I heard Stanley Clark play in Olympic, I wanted to buy Olympic until I realized that I'm never gonna sound like Stanley Clark, no matter what kind of bass he plays. And I buy if I grab the same bass Stanley Clark plays and put it in my hand, I'm never gonna sound like Stanley Clark. But people live in that fantasy world. If I buy the bass that he plays, then I'm gonna sound like him.
Right.
Right. So, my honest, now that I really think about it, I think that the Fender, Marcus Miller Fender bass is gonna fall to the Marcus Miller Sire.
Okay. Well, the average Sire online now is about $499. So if the Marcus Fender falls, it'll fall below $400. That'll be a hell of a price.
Yeah, no. I mean, if it's, I paid, how much did I pay for my 5-string? I think I paid 17 for it.
Wow, yeah, that was about it.
If nobody's gonna sell it, nobody's gonna pay $4.99. Nobody's gonna sell a 5-string American-made Marcus Miller for $4.99. That's not gonna happen.
Oh yeah, talk to at the last bass get together. I know Tony Moe was complaining about that. He said he wished he had bought the 5-string Sire instead of that 5-string Fender Marcus Miller because he paid about $2,000.
Yeah, so that's not gonna happen. So they're gonna be stuck with it, or they're gonna have to get rid of it for 2/3 less than what they paid for it. I don't think that's gonna happen. They're gonna be stuck with them.
Oh, okay.
And the reason again I'm saying that is because Marcus Miller is in the new cap, the Sire cap. So you're gonna try to sell that Marcus Miller Fender when you can for the price that the Fender price. Why would you buy a Marcus Miller Fender for $1,500 when you can buy a brand new Marcus Miller Sire for $500 or $600 or $700?
Absolutely.
That's going to be the dilemma.
Absolutely.
That's what it'll be.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for your opinion, sir. I didn't mean to take you from your TV, but I really appreciate it.
I was just watching Family Feud. I was just chilling, watching Family Feud.
Dig it. Well, I appreciate that, man. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Hey, get me back on your show, bro.
Okay, absolutely. I'll see you.
Seriously.
All right.
Hey, come back and get on mine, too.
Yeah,